What's up, world? This is your guy Guitar K, and the name of today's video is Pop Goes the Weasel. What am I talking about here? I'm not talking about the animal. I'm talking about the verb. You ever heard the saying somebody always trying to weasel their way out of something? They always trying to weasel their way into something. That's what I'm talking about in this video. Because you can leave behind certain things. You might not do drugs no more. You might not drink no more. You might not outright break the law no more. But if you still got that weasel mentality, always trying to get over. Old folks back in my day would say, when you going to straighten up and fly right? You're too slick for your own good. Always got an angle. At the end of the day, an angle ain't nothing but crooked. When you going to go straight, man? Like I said, in my journey to become new, I had to stop being a weasel, man. Pop goes the weasel. Like I said, in active addiction, we try to weasel our way out of everything. We try to weasel our way out of that. We don't want to be honest. Don't want to be accountable. And you can still have those same traits even when you leave certain things behind. Look, you can feel like a new man. You can look like a new man. But if inside you're that same man, you're going to still die that same man. Look, we got to learn to change our behaviors, change our ways. Pop goes the weasel. Stop weaseling all the time, man. Look. Stop trying to be slick. Always trying to get over. Always lying, cheating, manipulating. People will say, you ain't got no truth in you. When you going to learn to leave the behaviors behind? Okay, we know we had to leave the drugs behind. We know we had to leave the alcohol behind. We know we had to leave the guns alone. But when you going to stop trying to manipulate everybody in every situation and just do the right thing because it's the right thing to do? Let's look at the definition of weasel. And like I said, we're not talking about the animal here. Weaseling, to achieve something by use of cunning or deceit. Woo-wee. We are all guilty. And we all know people that's guilty. What I'm saying is, you have the power to control your actions and your behaviors. Stop being a weasel on intention, man. Stop just waking up every day trying to get over. Stop waking up every day trying to manipulate everybody, lying and cheating and talking about you do this when you don't. Look, stop weaseling. It's a valid statement, man. And I know there's a lot of people out there that got to agree with what I'm saying. Look, to achieve something by use of cunning or deceit. Deceit, look, I don't know what you heard. I don't know what you've been told. I don't know what you was raised at. But look, that don't sound like a good straight up and down person. That don't sound like the type of person I want to be. If that's what you want to be, maybe this video is not for you. But if you truly want to change your ways, if you truly want a new life, if you truly want to stop getting the same consequences over and over again, maybe you might want to listen to what I'm saying, man. You got to leave those old behaviors and that old way of thinking alone. It's about changing your mind, not just changing your actions. Of course, we have to change our actions, but we also have to change our mindset. Look, there's nothing good about being deceitful. It's nothing good about deceiving people. Straighten up and fly right. You don't want to be deceived. And you know what I always say? Well, it ain't me saying it. It's what I heard. Do on the others as you would have them do to you. So if you don't want nobody out here deceiving you, why do you think it's okay that you always got to get over on somebody? And this is not an easy thing to do. It takes practice. It takes intentionality. You got to try. When you fail at it, don't keep going in the other direction. So many people, especially me, when we're in active addiction, when we do one wrong thing, we figure, oh, well, now I done did one wrong thing, I might as well keep doing. That is crazy. Turn yourself back around and start going in the right direction immediately. That's the only way that you're going to kill that behavior forever. Because as long as you keep feeding that weasel, he's going to keep eating. Why wouldn't he? I mean, you're feeding him. Don't feed the negative behavior. Wake up to practice positive behavior every day. Wake up with the intention that, look, I'm going to do the next right thing and do the next right thing and do the next right thing. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be, regardless of the consequences, I'm going to tell the truth. Regardless that I might can't get everything I want today, I'm going to live on the up and up. I'm going to stop scheming. I'm going to stop scamming. I'm going to stop stealing and lying. And look, we got to cut that way of thinking out. If not, we will always revert back to our old behaviors, man. This is very pertinent information. The other night when I was in a meeting, that's where I got the idea from this video from. The gentleman said, they said he got like 6 years clean now. And he said he always would leave the drugs alone, leave the alcohol alone. But he just wouldn't change his behaviors. Even clean, you can still be out here weaseling. Still be out here trying to manipulate everything, trying to lie and cheat and steal and claw and scratch and fight your way to the top. Don't care who you're knocking over. You're knocking over old ladies. You're kicking babies. Look, stop it, man. Do the right thing because it's the right thing. You got to build up your soul. You got to build up your spirit. And the whole time while you being the Weasel, you ain't doing nothing but stuffing your spirit down. Your conscience is killing you. You know you're doing wrong, but you're still going full hit of speed with the plans of wrong actions every day. You got to cut it out, man. And like I said in the beginning, this is not an easy thing to do, especially if you're so used to doing it. Like I said, back in the day, old folks used to say stuff like, boy, you couldn't tell the truth if it came up and jumped into your mouth. You still couldn't tell it. But look, you got to practice it. You got to practice not lying. You got to put yourself in situations where you don't need to lie. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to tell the truth. It's okay to not be trying to get over on everybody. And we can't be going by what everybody else is doing. This is not no monkey see, monkey do thing. I know it's a lot of people out there that's not even going to be trying to not stop being a weasel. But you can stop, man. And it's the only way to keep from going back to your old behaviors. Look, pop goes the weasel. This is your guy, Guitar K. Be more